There's no such thing as huge games in November, but the way Kyrie Irving talked about this one, he said it's a competitor's dream. Players love these early season key matchups. Irving comes up with it.
Great play. Watch out here.
Irving to the rim. Bank shot. Got it. Celtics lead.
How about the kiss there? It just went up there like a feather off to the glass.
Nearly stolen. Irving shaking back to the rim. Banks it home again. Off the dribble. Pull-up jumper. Puts it in. Kyrie Irving. A masterpiece tonight. Boston in overtime.
But there will be more spaces up there. Kyrie, how important is it to see number 11 up there one day?
It's quite important, and I appreciate that scout I joined in, but I shared it with some of my teammates as well as the organization and everyone else in Boston. If you guys will have me back, I plan on re-signing here next year.
Boom!
So I appreciate it.
What do you mean by that?
Marc Gasol, easy pass. Al knocks it down. Kyrie's, you said it, Isaiah and Grant. The look on the face right there does not look good.
Yeah, and there are a lot of things that goes into winning, and it's not just points, rebounds, and assists.
Right.
It really is about relationship, about camaraderie, and about team, and about spirit. And this is where you can start building that spirit in a game like this.
Right. It's on Brad Stevens. He's the coach. No one's going to cry for you that you have so much talent that you can't figure it out. Come on. A lot of coaches would like that problem, and you're a great coach. But that's not the point. Why is Kyrie sitting down to give interviews now, in the national media? Why is he pointing back at the coach when people ask him about it? Kyrie is the best player on the team. He's going to have to be a good leader if they hope to make noise in the playoffs.
It's my life, right? It's two people talking, having a conversation. If this was a real world, would it be anybody else's business? But it's a video of somebody assuming what we're talking about, right? Making an opinion about it. So why would I care about it?
After they got to Brooklyn, KD said, oh, the All-Star Game video where they caught us in the hallway? Yeah, that's when it was solidified that we were going somewhere.
I want to start with Kyrie Irving. Galen, as we watch this thing here, and we may be seeing the end of the Kyrie era in Boston right before our eyes, what are you thinking as you watch him?
You are seeing the end of Kyrie in Boston. And the thing that I'm seeing is his next situation has to be a blank canvas. It can't be the Nets. And what I mean by that is a team that made the playoffs that has an identity in its backcourt already. It has to be a squad like the Knicks, where they can actually build around the fact that he's going to be a volume usage player.
Needed a few minutes to gather my composure. The New York Knicks. With KD on the market, Kyrie on the market, in 3 years, Brooklyn Nets have accomplished what we've been waiting for the New York Knicks to pull off for a half century. And more specifically in 20 years, in the last 20 years, this is what they pulled off. This is what they pulled off. I know the Knicks are going to go out and get somebody maybe like a Julius Randle.
Do you think that Kyrie is worth all of this drama?
No, he's not. He's not worth it at all. A matter of fact, let me say this straight up and down. I think Kyrie Irving should retire. I think he should announce his retirement today. Clearly, you don't want to play basketball bad enough.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Milwaukee absolutely demolishes the Celtics. 116-91, advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2001. Boston making history with an epic collapse. They're now the first team in league history to win their first 5 games in the playoffs, only to lose their next 4.
Plenty of people here are speculating about your future, and certainly this summer. Did uncertainty over that weigh on you in any way? In this series?
No.
Brad Stevens tried to take the fall last night for his team, but Kyrie Irving deserves 100, make it 1,000% of the blame. So, over the last 4 games, Kyrie Irving shot 30% from the floor. That is hard to do. From 3, he shot 5 of 27. That's 19%.
Maybe the most skillful player who ever lived. And he's from the area and he's got the situation he wants. He's going to put on a show. But I can't sit here and say I'm confident. Problem, Kyrie won't show up. He has not shown in the past that he can be just the lunch pail guy who doesn't ever cause a problem.
And win the debut of one of the most talented players you'll find, Kyrie Irving.
The debut of one of the top 10 easy players in this league.
Cannot do in transition. He sees one or even 2 players back there. He feels like he has.
Just that, sometimes I feel like that. I'm a fight with the battle in the land. That shit is cash, trust me. I never asked for respect. Say my word, niggas wanna hear how you stay. It be that shit that you wouldn't expect to win. I stay playing in the depths, so we're in the game. If you thought you put your own in it, whatever's in your mind, place your aim on the page. What's stress burst? Seems to be what the most thirst makes fake niggas disperse and never challenge your own weakness. Is what I specialize in. Though you my nigga, cause you keep me hype when I'm writing. You kept me on point in the night when it might go down. Keep my eyes wide in the daytime as well. Kept me focused on what's real and nothing else. I find it healthy to conversate with myself. I kick it with my dad. Kept you alive all these years. If there ain't a voice, you should've took heed to and shit. Could've been home instead of breathing.
He is putting on a show.
So Kyrie Irving doesn't have to win. This isn't something you will necessarily hear Kyrie talk about or the Nets talk about, because Kyrie does want to win, and so very much so does Brooklyn. But in the end, the absolute truth is that Kyrie already has a ring earned on his Game 7 swish of a shot, that he was already partnered with one of the greatest players ever and left voluntarily before his team even got to its 4th straight finals, that he spent the last 2 years playing on another team that was also loaded with talent, a team where, as his own Nike commercial noted, if he had won there, his name would have danced in the rafters with some of the sport's ultimate legends. And Kyrie left there, too. Vince Lombardi once said, "Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing." But that's not actually true for everybody at every stage of their career. And it's extremely clear in watching Kyrie that he's been searching for something more complex. Has he found it in Brooklyn? It's way too early to tell, but here's what I do know. That watching him look for it against Minnesota last night was a hell of a lot of fun, and even a little emotional, too.
On behalf of us, oh man, I'm sorry, it's just hitting me right now. I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to you guys supporting us all season. Let's go Nets.
Boy, Kyrie sure looked comfortable last night. He even shared post-game that it was the 1-year anniversary of his grandfather's death, an event that he said was a big part of his decision to switch teams to being closer to his family in New Jersey and just approach life in a different way. I'm hoping that means we'll see even more of Kyrie being free and happy and fun and all the things that make him such a legit joy to watch when he feels unburdened enough to let us. Certainly last night, even without the win, that was more than enough. Tracy, was it good enough for you? Was it a good sign or a bad sign last night for the Nets and Kyrie?
No, this is a great sign. And it reminded me of myself. I know.
Nice.
I'm not talking about the 50 points.
When you or I say that, it sounds funny. When Tracy says it's the ultimate compliment.
I'm just saying a local kid living out his dream, right? I grew up in Orlando, outside of Orlando, and I used to drive by that arena often. And one day I was just hoping that I would get the opportunity to play there, right? Because I'm from that area. Same with Kyrie. He's from Jersey, right across the river, and he's playing at home, living out his dream. And I see a sense of just, he's comfortable, he's free, like you stated. This was a great sign. Just put the fans on notice. This is the type of entertainment that I'm gonna bring to this city, to this arena every night. And I know he wanted to win the game, but damn, 50 points in the home opener, because you get the jitters. You don't quite know if you could control your emotions on an opening night like that.
It's still surreal for me at this point, but I'm taking the steps to really, delve into everything that I want. Just being back home, it's, like I said, it's very surreal. As you see, I get choked up just talking about it because it's right over the bridge for me, right under the tunnel, however you want to say it. to get to Brooklyn, and all my family is nearby, at least most of my family. So the connection runs deep in terms of being around and all these boroughs, being in Jersey, and just having the connection to the Nets since I was a kid. It's been a dream come true.
A connection to the Nets, and Kyrie Irving already a connection with his teammates, watching him during practices, the leadership role that he has taken on, the elite level talent that is clear when he steps on.
Working the transition, does a little one-legged step back, and you can't guard that.
Two defenders waiting on the backside. It gets past Drummond. Wood's quickness to slice through. Another two defenders waiting on the backside.
He's pretty wide open again, though. Irving. Oh, what a move! Kyrie Irving mesmerizing.
Wicked. Irving. Fake. Fade.
Highlight. Moving into the front court. Goes reverse. It's just silly.
Kyrie spins the ball out, up over.
Here's Kyrie Irving driving on Milton and hang. Oh my goodness, what a 26 seconds to play. Nets down by one.
Yes, I did it. I still really want you. Yes, I did it.
Kyrie Irving playing with a lot of energy here in the first quarter. He was determined to get that one up and off and in against Brown. It's on the shot clock. Kyrie. Pump the brakes. Timeout, Detroit. Almost like somebody saw Kyrie need to start being more aggressive. Boy, and 24-second violations during games as a tribute to Kobe Bryant. It really is hard to overstate the global gravity of Kobe Bryant.
Rebounded by Harris. Hutchinson had 21 points in that loss to Indiana on Wednesday night. Kyrie Irving starting with a... Irving is 9 of 9, a steal. Irving at the horn. Oh, Kyrie! He is not human.
Just the quickness of his hands, pushes it up, locked in, perfect for the half. Kyrie Irving.
Cleared by Allen. Irving on the move. Irving the fade. Gets the roll. Kyrie Irving has 54 points.
No hablada de mí, ni hablará de esto. Lo que él quiere de ti.
You think I really want to lose money? You think I really want to give up on my dream to go after a championship? You think I really just want to give up my job? You think I really just want to sit at home and not go after the things with my teammates that I've performed? You know, and even in that job, that's a dream come true. I've been working on that since I was in 4th grade. You think I want to give up my livelihood because of a mandate?
Yeah, but bringing it up there. It's freaking boring. Okay? Whatever he's doing, he's out there on the court, he's burning freaking sage. Like, I don't get it.
Think about practice. This is so really Kyrie. Yes, I do. When I still really love you like I do.
Issues around the NBA with fans crossing the line. Somebody tossed a water bottle and it nearly hit Kyrie as he was walking to the tunnel. Tyler Johnson noticed it and the Nets began to point out who it was in that section. It's flat out stupid.
Yeah, it's an absolute shame. And we've seen incidents during this postseason, but it's just a terrible thing.
Kyrie Irving, there was a tribute on the video board during that timeout. He just pointed to the ring finger, meaning, yeah.
An NBA superstar remains sidelined during a high-profile standoff over COVID vaccines. The Brooklyn Nets benched point guard Kyrie Irving from all games and practices due to his continued refusal to get the COVID vaccine. The NBA does not have a vaccine mandate, but the city of New York does.
Durant skip pass to Irving. Wow, he never let that ball get even to his shoulder. Can I tell you how difficult that is?
Long rebound controlled by Durant. Nets running the floor hard. Durant, the bounce, leads Irving. Oh, the English! He put it high off the window. Kyrie Irving.
That's just nasty. I mean, how impressive.
I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not going to turn into a spin around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from. I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
Kyrie, did you personally meet with the ADL?
Kanye got in so much trouble, Kyrie got in trouble. And the NBA told me he should apologize, and he was slow to apologize. And then the list of demands to get back in their good graces got longer and longer, and this is where, you know, I draw the line. I know the Jewish people have been through terrible things all over the world, but you can't blame that on black Americans. You just can't. You know what I mean? Thanks for the one person that said me.
No, if you do that, I'm going to do that. If you do that, I'm going to do that. If you do this, I'm going to do that.
Well, if I just did it?
You don't want to do that.
I'm just hiding out until all this stuff blows over.
6-2 from New Jersey. 11. Moonlight. Days on the side.
A thunderous ovation for Kyrie Irving being introduced in his first home game of the season.
Perception of yourself.
That's another root of human struggle, worrying about other people's perceptions about who you are. Like, why would you ever care about that, you know? And I think that I fell victim to that in my past, of worrying about things that I can't control. You know, if the people understood what words could do to a human being, especially where we are in today's society, then they wouldn't be invested in that. So I'm not here to dispel anything. You can continue to ask other people around me about what they think about me and continue to write about mood swings. Like, you know, human beings have mood swings. Like, you go home and you're not happy with things, or you're mad at something and you're happy. That's a mood swing. It's okay to be human. Like, I don't have to be perfect for anyone here, nor do I have to be perfect for the public. So I'm not here to dispel any perception. I'm just here to be myself.